The Pacific Islands Forum leaders emerged from their retreat on Aitutaki on Thursday local time, with their outcomes document finalised. The leaders welcomed the implementation plan for the 2050 strategy for the Blue Pacific, their blueprint for the Pacific-led development. On climate change, they committed to implementing the Paris Agreement and endorsed the creation of a Pacific Climate Finance Facility. There were discussions also on the Fukushima wastewater discharge. Leaders recalled the concern voiced about the exercise and noted the ongoing monitoring of the discharge by Japan and the IAEA. I spoke with Lydia Lewis shortly after the leaders' press conference on Aitutaki. Kia ora, Lydia. What's the latest?
Leaders have just emerged from a press conference on Aitutaki following what was an historic leaders' retreat. Mark Brown announced that the implementation plan for the 2050 strategy has been endorsed. This leads the way for the future of the Pacific people. I'm joined now by Tiana. We're just driving to the airport. Tiana, what does this mean for Pacific people and the Pacific way?
If we have a strategy going forward for what our region is going to be doing to combat all of the various issues our region faces, it means that we have a united approach to everything.
And also, one of the biggest outcomes to come from this meeting, and apologies for the sound in the background, but we're racing to catch a flight at the moment, is the appointment of Baron Wanga, the former Nauru president, as Secretary General. Before the leaders' retreat today, Baron Wanga left Rarotonga on a private jet. I got this confirmed from airport staff. They told me he left at around 11:30 Cook Islands time. Now, when questioned on this, why he was appointed such a controversial figure, someone who was criticised heavily for his handling and treatment of refugees in Nauru who were held there by Australia in offshore detention. They said that this was the outcome of the Suva agreement, that they are implementing it, and so Baron Wanga is now confirmed to be the next Secretary General of the Pacific Islands Forum. Also, another outcome of this is the confirmation that Tonga will host the next Pacific Islands Forum. Huakava Meiliku Siosi Sovaleni sat next to the lineup of leaders. The Troika was sitting there, and confirmation was read out that he will host the next Pacific Islands Forum. There were a number of other outcomes as well.
What was the mood like among the leaders when they announced Baron Wanga's appointment?
The leaders were all sitting behind the Forum Troika as this was being announced. There were no notable head bobs or side eyes or anything, but more to come, I guess, on the coming days as we get their reaction.
Did any of the leaders address the Fukushima issue?
Yeah, the issue was addressed, but nothing new has come out of it. I was hoping to press the Forum chair on this issue because civil society has raised concerns and called for Japan, who is a dialogue partner, to be kicked off the dialogue partner list. But the press conference ran out of time and we were told we could not ask the question. And Sana, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm watching the leaders take off from Aitutaki. Their plane is revving up and heading to Rarotonga.
What's been the response from the local community?
Well, Tiana and I were out and about in the community today. This was a significant event here for the community. There are 1,700 people who live on Aitutaki. The pristine blue lagoon was shining today, but the people who were really shining were the locals. Tiana and I were taken in by a mama who Tiana knows very well. She has been involved in 3 Pacific Islands Forum. Is that right, Tiana? Tell us more, please.
Yeah, so this is the one and only Auntie Nane. She's been involved from the first ever forum that was held here in the Cook Islands with the retreat in Aitutaki and the last one as well as this one. And she has incredible photographs from these previous forums, which we will be chatting with her later on today at the airport before the flight, and we'll bring you some more feature coverage on her story.
So today was historic, not just for the leaders and the outcomes of the Pacific Islands Forum Leaders Summit and Leaders Retreat, but also for locals as they reflect on their 3rd Pacific Islands Forum that has been held in the Cook Islands.
That was Lydia Lewis reporting from Aitutaki. In other news, Tuvalu's Prime Minister Kausia Natanu has confirmed Tuvalu and Australia will enter a bilateral treaty that offers special visas for Tuvalu citizens to work, study and live in Australia due to the threats of the climate crisis. In a joint press conference in the Cook Islands, Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said 280 people from Tuvalu per year will be able to migrate to Australia under the Special Mobility Pathway. Mr. Albanese has described the treaty as groundbreaking. The agreement includes a $16.9 million commitment from Australia to expand Tuvalu's main island's landmass by 6% to help withstand sea level rise.